Everybody, welcome to the Brainal podcast. This is episode 44. I am Jepi Condyle.
And I am Good Coffee.
Coffee, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Pretty good.
I know how you're doing.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get into the whole VR thing, let's talk about non-VR stuff. Let's just get it out of the way. Have you been playing anything this past week that has been interesting or out of the norm? Or
Yes.
maybe in the norm. Go for it.
Yes. I have been playing Paper Mario Color Splash.
That's right. Came out last Friday.
Yes. And
For the Wii
believe
U?
it or not, believe it or not, it's currently in my top 5 games on the Wii U, period.
Wow.
Yeah, like it is really, really fun. I was blown away. I like it like so much more than I like Sticker Star, and it might even be my favorite Paper Mario so far. I could be completely crazy, but I'm really having a good time with it. I really, really am. The art alone is gorgeous. The writing is hilarious again, and it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
The only Paper Mario games I've ever played were... the one for the Wii. I think that was Thousand Year Door. Am I correct in thinking that?
I think that was for the GameCube. Thousand Year Door was for the GameCube. Super Paper Mario was for the Wii.
I remember playing it for the Wii, and I remember specifically something about a Thousand Year Door. I might be wrong. Did one come out for the GameCube?
Yeah, Thousand Year Door.
I don't know. We'll have to double check that. But I remember playing whatever the one on the Wii was. I don't remember beating it, and I did play Sticker Star. I did beat that one. I like that one. But I do understand a lot of people don't tend to like it. I understand why. But I'm very glad that the game's going really well for you.
It's amazing.
That's
It's
awesome.
amazing.
Is it more... I'm assuming has the same RPG elements as most Paper Mario games, right?
It's actually, I mean, it does, but it's actually more in line with Sticker Star in that way. It's more action heavy. The things make a return from Sticker Star, but the thing is it just didn't feel very interesting or creative with Sticker Star. I mean, I enjoyed it okay, but I had to kind of push myself to beat it.
Yeah, same here.
Whereas in this game, it really feels fresh. The humor's back in full force. The writing for the last one wasn't that great, and you need to see how amazing it looks. The paper world, they really pulled out all the stops. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
That's cool. The only thing I'm not the biggest fan of, but I understand to an extent why they did it. And this has nothing to do with the game. It's just let's count ever since the launch of the 3DS, how many games they released that would qualify as Mario RPGs.
I hear you.
So we have Sticker Star, we have Dream Team, we have that crossover, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what that one was called, and then we have this one. Granted, the first 3 were on the 3DS, and this is the first one on the Wii U, which is cool. But how many Metroid games did we get, And it goes into that.
I agree.
So. But I'm very glad that it's working out really well. I'm glad
It's quality.
your mind changed. That's cool. That's good stuff.
And it might be because I went in with so low expectations, but You know,
You
maybe I
dove
should
more
go into
into it.
every game with this low of expectations if I'm gonna enjoy them this much. So yeah, I'll just say I'm gonna hate everything that comes out, and then I'll just enjoy everything.
Well, that's actually might be a good idea. If I understand correctly, the premise is the color, right, of the world is being taken away.
Correct.
By
Yes.
whom? Do you know?
It may or may not be Bowser. It's Bowser.
You don't probably.
It's probably Bowser. I'm guessing. I mean, it's Mario. Why wouldn't it be Bowser? He does the things.
He
He
does the
deals with.
things.
Yeah, but each level is separated into its own kind of level, and there's stars to collect in each paint stars to collect in each level. It's almost set up like
Like a
you know
typical
a
Mario game.
typical Mario game.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
except with some RPG light elements and really humorous gameplay, dialogue, story. It's really good. I mean, it's one of the first games I played in a long time where I actually laughed out loud pretty hard. You
Oh, that's
know.
great.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome, man.
it's good stuff.
Anything else?
Um. Hmm,
I think the last
I
time,
don't
no,
think
the
so.
last week you did mention you got into that new episode in 2.5.
Oh, I beat it.
You
Yep.
beat that. Okay, cool.
Yep. It was good.
Awesome. That's great. On my end, be playing Little Destiny, but what has dominated my last week is Gears of War.
Four.
So, say it again.
4.
No, actually, not. To get ready for 4, it's been so long. I've only played the Gears 1, 2, and 3 when they launched, and I never replayed the campaign of those games. I dabbled a little bit into the multiplayer, but nothing too serious. Did not play Judgment. And so to get ready for 4, I'm like, it might be a good idea if I just replay the original games and Judgment in their, I guess, canonical order.
Oh, cool.
So ever since last week, played Judgment. Ended up playing that. That could be up to 4 players co-op. I played up to 3 with friend Jilly. She's been in a couple of the
Oh,
YouTube
yeah,
videos. Yeah, and friend Smooth. Smooth
yeah.
Papa. We ended up playing
Ooh,
some
smooth.
Gears Judgment. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. The funny thing is, she really wanted to play. It took us a while. I think her name is Sophia, in Gears of War Judgment, which is supposed to be the first in the storyline, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the Smooth, if you've ever played with Smooth Papa, he does remind me a lot of Cole. And he ended up playing as Cole, and she ended up playing as Sophia. And I felt like I was playing with Sophia and Cole. It was hilarious. Um,
Nice.
the So ended up being that, and then ended up playing the. And by the way, Smooth was playing it on his 360. Jill and I were playing on our own Xbox Ones, emulating 360, and I have to hand it to Microsoft with how they handled that crossplay. That's pretty cool.
Oh, very
Um,
cool.
I ended up playing Gears 1 next, but I was able to play the Ultimate Edition, which is the Xbox One remaster. They did a really good job visually. I started to realize that those games, the campaigns are amazing. And when I played Judgment, because it's been so long since I played Gears, I'm like, I don't want to know why a lot of people don't like this game. I thought it was great. But then when I played Gears 1 and I just finished Gears 2 today, I realized how much more robust and daring and groundbreaking those campaigns were, with the scale and the variety of missions and stuff
Mm.
that I think for the most part Judgment lacks. So in hindsight, I see what what most people's criticisms were. Um, but I love things like you're playing 2-player co-op. Now Gears 1 and 2 are 2-player co-op, and I think 4 is as well. But
I actually, believe it or not, I played through all of 1, all of 2, and
yeah,
part of 3 with
you
my
told me you play
brother.
with your brother, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You remember those instances in at least 1, 2, and 3 where I love it, where you're playing co-op, and then I don't know, I forgot if they do this in 3, but you can split, like somebody would take a left path and somebody take a right
Yeah,
path. I thought
yeah.
that was so cool.
That is
Um,
cool.
yeah, so it's really cool playing these games again, getting into the stories again. Um, yes, at its heart, this, and technically on paper, there are many times where I feel like, wow, this really does feel like it came from the mind of a 13-year-old boy, you know. But at the same time, I
Yes.
think there are so many great things about it to a point where saying that it came from the mind of a 13-year-old boy is more of a compliment. That's not an insult. And I
Yeah.
just forgot how much fun the campaigns were. So I played 1 and 2 on my own. About to play 3 with Jillian Smooth, maybe Giggles. I don't know. And then 4, and get ready to play. But
I
I'm enjoying it. But that's all I've been
good.
playing is Gears.
I kind of wish you were actually playing with Smooth McGroove so he could, sing while you play.
Oh yeah, that would be. What would he do?
um,
He'd probably do the where you pick up the cog tags.
oh yeah,
The I sound like X Files.
that was good though. I'm
Thank
okay
you.
with it. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's pretty much been what I've been playing.
Have you thought about picking up the Tomb Raider?
I did.
You
I
did?
did. Did not get in the mail yet. It should be coming tomorrow. For a few reasons. One, the first off, the game itself I hear is fantastic,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to get the PS4 version for a few reasons. I'm kind of glad I didn't get an Xbox One, mainly because the VR component, and again I'll talk about that a little bit later. But
Okay.
also apparently I have to confirm this, but it comes in a nice limited edition packaging, so I got it physically. It comes at like a cool art book, but the book itself is the case. It's not like a steel book, and it just shows because it's the 20th anniversary, right? Of Tomb
Yeah,
Raider.
yeah.
It's cool. I saw somebody. You probably saw it, maybe. I think somebody did a mock-up of a PlayStation 1 case for the new Tomb Raider, and it
Hmm.
looked pretty cool. But yeah, outside of that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Some quick news. I have not gotten into this, but Overwatch has Halloween themed skins and everything, and I don't know why I never predicted that, but that's such an amazing thing. And I saw some of the characters. It's just genius.
I've played it. I've played it, and
How is it?
it's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. I
By
want you to know.
far, I
It's
think
great.
the Mercy Witch one looks awesome.
It does. It does. I
But I
also like Roadhog.
wrote he was
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
My favorite is Junkrat, because
Professor Junkenstein.
yeah, I don't like a lot of his normal skins. A few I do. I like the prison one and the scorched one. I
Yeah.
don't like the jester ones personally. I don't like the scarecrow ones. But the mad scientist is perfect.
Yeah.
I
It's
was
pretty
like,
amazing.
holy sh. Let's see. So Roadhog is Junkenstein's monster, right? Is that what he's called?
Yep. Yep.
Mercy's a witch. Reaper looks awesome.
Yeah.
What's the
Reaper
Pumpkinhead?
is Pumpkinhead dude. Yep.
Uh, I think I saw 76. I think it's called the Immortal
Yeah.
something.
So this is how it works. There's
Okay.
the original four that you mentioned. Those are the rarest of the rare. Those are considered to be legendary skins
Gotcha.
for Halloween, whereas the other ones that like the one on Silver 76 are epic.
Yeah, because
The
they don't look
purple.
like completely different costumes.
Yeah.
Just slightly different skins.
And actually, you can buy these skins with coins as
Unlike
opposed
the
to
Olympic ones.
yes,
That's
but the legendary ones are about 3,000 coins, and by about I mean they are.
Wow, instead of
Yeah.
1,000? Oh,
Yeah, and the other ones
oh,
are
I mean, oh dang.
750.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even...
No, and the game mode is basically like a horde mode, kind of similar to Gears, since we were talking about Gears, and they do a really good job of telling a story during it, and it's really goofy and fun. I mean, it's
Really?
short lived, but
Didn't know
it's really fun.
How long is this season lasting for the...
November 1st, I believe. You'll get a free loot box as you boot it up. One of my buddies actually got the Mercy on the free loot box,
Oh, nice.
which I was kind of salty about that because I wanted one, but
You're a little
I'm
jelly.
actually hoping. Yeah, I'm a little jelly. I'm hoping for either the Roadhog or the Junkrat skin more than
I
anything.
got you. The Junkrat one is the one I want.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Oh, and you need to see they have sprays for all the characters, and the sprays for all the characters is basically um, a bunch of kids dressing up as all the characters from
Like
Overwatch.
costumes?
Yeah, they're all like little kids, like dressing up,
Oh,
and it's great. Except for Soldier 76, who's like a dad with a beer gut, like sitting on his front porch with candy.
that's funny.
Yeah. So
Street Fighter Five also has some Halloween themed stuff.
nice.
So not all the characters have cool costumes. Jury. Yeah, so that's that.
Yeah,
Um,
jury, she looked good though.
yes. That being said, okay, let's get into the main event here. So tomorrow, finally, guys, I want you guys to understand this. Coffee knows this. Ever since, this is me personally, I'm speaking on behalf of me. Ever since the Oculus Rift was a Kickstarter campaign, actually before that, when I was a kid, I've always wanted to try virtual reality. Let me tell you where this really started. So I grew up in Orlando, and at Epcot, this was in the 90s. At Epcot, they had wow, I completely forgot about this. They had I doubt they have it now, but they had near the entrance in a building a whole bunch of Sega games. It was a free Sega arcade where they had everything was Sega games, but they had like Virtual Law and Virtual Fighter, all that stuff. It was crazy, and I completely forgot about that until I just said it. But that building was supposed to be the future of video games, tech, whatever. I remember there was a side hallway where they brought you into, and they had a group where they would pick random people from the group, and they would put them on this thing. They put a virtual reality headset on them, and essentially they held onto it. Kind of looked like bicycle bars, but what they were seeing was they were riding the rug in Aladdin, and they
Oh,
could
that's
fly.
awesome.
Yeah, and then when they tilt, they could fly. And I remember watching that, and I was so. That was probably my first salty Jeppy, because I was so salty that I wasn't picked because it was random, and I wanted so badly to try that. And ever since then, I've always wanted to try true virtual reality. I'm not talking about 3D visuals, not like the Virtual Boy, not like the 3DS. I'm talking about three-dimensional immersion all around you, all encompassing, with head tracking and everything. And I've never been able to try that. Um, so fast forward to when the Oculus Rift was kickstarted, and that started to become a big thing. I was like, oh man, I really, really want to try that. But the problem is, I do not have a good enough computer,
And they're expensive.
yes, and I don't have. I did not want to try a quote unquote dev kit. I wanted to try a consumer product, you know. So fast forward to Sony announcing Project Morpheus, and then I started getting really excited with the PS4, and then ever since I have on purpose never put on a virtual reality headset. Not even the Gear VR, which I remember your praise on that.
Oh, pretty cool. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely cool.
so I because I want it, I want to experience it. This is how I am, okay? If I try something for the first time and I like it, I really want it. So the idea is I've been looking up a lot of impressions, a lot of previews, and I trust in Sony and other people that I've talked, not that I've talked to, but I've heard their impressions of it. And so the soonest opportunity I had to pre-order PSVR did, and
Noise.
almost nightly, I would look up a not just a PSVR, an Oculus VR or Vive VR gameplay, YouTube video, let's play, and finally, the night. This feels like Christmas Eve to me when I was a kid, right? Christmas Eve
Yeah,
to
it
me now
does.
doesn't feel as much as it was back then, and I'm so stoked. And tomorrow, Coffee and I, we're gonna go pick it up, and then the two of us and a few other friends are gonna come over. We're all gonna try it together. And I've been planning for this for a long time. I have a few games already downloaded.
It's gonna be sweet. What do you got?
So, let's start off with what the unit comes with. I was fortunate enough to pre-order the bundle, the one that comes, because I don't have a PlayStation camera, I don't have any Move controllers.
Sure.
So that bundle comes with the PSVR Worlds.
Cool.
That has the Ocean Descent, the one that you're gonna try first, right? The
shark. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna wet myself, but you know.
Dude, we're gonna have a no judgment zone tomorrow. I need everyone to feel comfortable with how they look, and you know,
I feel like I should have a beer while I do that. Actually, that'd probably be a horrible idea.
Probably. I better look exactly like that Time magazine virtual reality cover. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that same exact thing
right now.
Yeah, so that is a compilation of... They pretty much are tech demos of the Descent, Ocean Descent, where you encounter the shark and other things too. And I hear that one's terrifying. And then there's one, it's called... Oh, crap, I forgot what it's called.
Oh, the one I'm trying is terrifying? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
And then... Good.
They have one's called Danger Ball. I don't know, it's like a Tron style thing, which is pretty fun.
Danger Ball.
There's a Luge one, which is going to be crazy. There's a the London heist where you have to do. This has different phases to it. One, there's a person all up in your face, just like screaming at you, and then part 2, I think you actually pull the heist, and the third one you get away.
Like, get in the van. Get in the van.
Yeah, but Coffee, from what I've heard, okay, so for those of you who don't know, a lot of people who have not tried this. Again, please keep in mind I've not tried this. And for the record, I am not anti-Oculus or Vive. I'm just pro VR, right? This is me personally. Some people think, oh, it's just like you're watching a 3D movie. The most significant difference is, in my personal opinion, and once I started to realize this, the more excited I start to get. In a 3D movie, if you lean to the left or right, the perspective does not change at all, right? So here, from what I understand, when you lean to the left or right, you can actually see behind what you're looking at because of the head tracking and stuff that's with these headsets. And then that and everything's around. You can look around you and everything, and I just cannot wait. Anyway, I'm rambling, but so that is what comes with the PlayStation VR Worlds, and apparently when that guy is all up in your face, a lot of people get uncomfortable because he really feels up in your face, and apparently no amount of video watching could prepare you for the first time you actually try it, and you start to realize, like, holy crap, it's crazy stuff. Does come with a demo disc, but apparently the European version only has 8 demos, while the US version has like 17 or 18 demos. But it doesn't matter because you can download the demos anyway. So I already did that. So we're going to try a whole bunch of stuff tomorrow.
What about Resident Evil? Does that work? You get that? Can that work?
Yeah, I don't know if the demo we downloaded has a VR built in, but I know part of the demo disc is Resident Evil 7, but the original kitchen demo that was behind closed doors 2 E3s ago, which is cool. So this will be this was briefly alluded to, very short clips of that in the beginning hour, but we'll be able to actually see that, which is cool. And I'm probably going to put footage of that on the YouTube channel. Expect a lot of VR YouTube video, on our channel. But I wonder if they're going to update the actual beginning hour, for VR. But what else? Oh yeah, one thing I'm looking forward to is the Playroom VR that has several mini games centered around multiplayer, and I think.
Do you need me to bring a controller?
No. I have enough controllers. Trust me, I prepped for this all year. Okay, I have planned this out.
Aye.
It's all good, and I do appreciate that. Uh, but apparently, you can have up to 5 players involved with that, which is cool. One person with a headset, up to 4 people doing the other things, which is great.
Because we're gonna have 5 people, frankly.
That's awesome. I can't wait,
Yeah.
man. And the things that I already bought. So we have Arkham VR. The first thing I got, I was like, I cannot wait.
Of course.
I cannot wait. And I've tried to so much to avoid as much footage as possible with what happens in there.
I haven't seen any.
Good. Super Hypercube, which I hear is equivalent to this would be the Tetris of PSVR. Here is great. Got Thumper, which I'm very excited about. That's the rhythm violence game I was talking about.
Okay.
And then there's Super Hypercube, Thumper, Res Infinite. Ended up getting.
I hear that's actually excellent.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I hear
really
too.
good. Yeah.
And I don't think I got this yet because I want to try it. It's on a demo. Here They Lie, which is a horror game. Bound I already have. It already has a VR thing built in. The Tomb Raider. So Tomb Raider, one of the DLC things they're offering is called Blood Ties. Are you familiar with this?
No.
So Blood Ties apparently is, from what I understand, because I haven't seen footage of this, you get to explore her mansion, her home, and relive certain memories or whatever. And they're releasing this for the Xbox One version as well, but it is built actually for the PSVR, from what I heard.
Huh.
Yeah, so that's cool. And I hear there are influences from Gone Home in there as well, which is pretty interesting, which would make sense. I hope it's spooky. Crap, what else? I haven't. Hasn't appeared on the PlayStation Store yet, but I really wanted to get the Keep Talking, No One Explodes. I wanted
Yeah.
Job Simulator. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it looks hilarious.
Yeah.
So which ones are we going to try tomorrow? Just the experience, or are we going to try a bunch of stuff?
as many things as we possibly, as humanly can.
I'm going to want to play the Arkham. I'm going to have to come over and finish that sometime if you'll let me.
Oh, of course, man. Like, well, yeah, I don't expect us to finish all. What I expect for tomorrow for Arkham is just to try the very first part. And then, as often as we hang out, you could try more and more parts, which would be cool.
Cool.
Yeah. What else?
I heard Thumper is actually closer to a horror game. I hear it's actually pretty freaky.
Yeah, so have you seen footage of this?
Yeah, it looks pretty acid trip-ish.
Yeah. I can't wait to try it out. I really can't wait. Super Hypercube I'm very excited about too. Battlezone I really want to try. For those who don't know, Battlezone is based off of the old school arcade tank game where it's technically a first person game, but everything was a black with green frame objects. And they brought that back. It has a very Tron aesthetic now. Online multiplayer, which is cool. That's included in the demo disc. And Riggs Mechanized Combat is also online multiplayer made by Guerrilla Games on the demo disc. The reason why, because this is something I'm going to have to... Okay, the games that I've already bought, I'm fairly confident there's no chance I will get motion sick. Riggs, I want to try the demo. I think this is why they offer the demo disc, so you can see if you get motion sick or not. Because, there is still a chance I get motion sick, but the games I've played so far are fairly stationary games. So, or not that I've played, that I've gotten so far.
Supposedly Here They Lie can make you motion sick from what I've read.
Yeah. I think I have to consciously make an effort to remember that I am myself moving, or I have to imagine I'm in an invisible cockpit to avoid that. But that's the thing. For those who don't know, the major reason why, or one reason why people get motion sick is because apparently that's how immersive, not the PSVR, just VR in general is, especially with head tracking. Your brain really starts, not right away, but once you start to move your head, your brain starts to fall for the idea that you're actually in these worlds. But at the same time, you don't have all your sensations that match up with what's happening. So the proprioception's not there for walking. For those who don't know what proprioception is, it's how you're able to picture how your body's positioned without looking in a mirror. So, if you're sitting down, you don't have to look in a mirror to confirm that. You just know you're sitting down. So imagine if you're walking in a game and everything around you says you are walking, but you yourself feel like you're sitting down. That is a very conflicting set of sensations, and that's what confuses your brain, and that's what can get you sick. I think it's called simulator sickness. But this is the reason why cockpit games work out so well. Like Drive Club VR is something I want to try. The space, spaceship VRs, because in your mind, if you're in a vehicle and you're sitting down but you're moving forward, that you've done that so much, your brain already knows what that's like. So that's why motion sickness, for the most part, is pretty mitigated with those circumstances. But from what I understand, the ones that make you walk, right? Those probably have the highest chance of making you motion sick. But from what I understand, that's at first, and the more you dive into this, the more your brain starts to realize how to handle that.
Jeppy,
Yo,
I just want you to know that I was kind of excited about doing this tomorrow until you started talking about it, and now I kind of just want to go to bed right now so it could be tomorrow.
yeah. Yep.
Just saying.
I was watching South Park yesterday, and just randomly, because I was watching them in order, I got to an episode where Butters, I can see myself doing this. Butters has a virtual reality headset that Cartman gave him, but do you know what it was? It was just goggles. But Cartman told him that it was like see-through, like machine shop goggles. Course. So Butters is walking through the school saying, "Oh my God, this all looks real!" Like he's actually there, and he's wearing headphones, and he can only hear Cartman's voice. He's talking to him through a walkie-talkie. But apparently, in the game, in the episode, all of the kids actually got Oculus headsets, and it was so immersive that they forgot they had them on. And I thought, there's a clip where Cartman locked himself in his room, put the Oculus Rift on, and he was pretty much went in a coma. And I'm like, that's gonna happen to me. I know I'm gonna be the Cartman here. A risky game that I got, but I'm like, no, I have to because it's perfect for me. It's a Jepi game, but it's risky because it's I think a pretty high chance of making me motion sick is the Until Dawn Rush of Blood, the roller coaster one.
Oh yeah,
that's horror.
Yeah,
yeah. I can't wait. What people, because I have a good imagination, and when people give their impressions of good VR, one thing they always say that I really try to imagine is a sense of scale. And now when I play even like Gears, when you're very high up and over a sea of lava or whatever, I start to realize, man, on a 2D screen, they can cheat as far as how big or how small things are, where you can make something look so big from far away, but it's really a small object, and they can cheat with that. And I realize in VR they can't do that. And I think that's why a lot of developers say it's challenging making a VR game, because the best VR games are the ones made for VR from the ground up, and you can't cut corners and do visual tricks. They have to make things proper. And so when people say, the one game I wish that was coming out for PSVR, but there are no plans for it yet, is called Adrift, where you are kind of like, a lot of people compare it to the movie Gravity, where you're an astronaut who's stranded in space.
Yeah, yeah.
But apparently they say once you go out into space and you see the Earth, that the scale is so ginormous, as far as what VR does so well, where that's what's lost. One of the biggest things that's lost on 2D screens. And I can't wait to see that. I hear the calibration screen for Arkham. I don't know if I told you this. You're on top of a skyscraper in Gotham. It's just calibration, and you're just looking down. And they say that alone is just crazy.
That sounds amazing.
I was hoping the Battlefront VR, the XWing Mission, would be available I have not heard when that's going to be available, but I don't think it's tomorrow.
The which one?
Um, uh, Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds cool.
for those who don't know, if you already have Battlefront for PS4 as a free update in the future, so you don't have to pay for this, they are going to release an X-wing mission that has ties to the Rogue One movie. This is why I'm thinking it won't come out till December, till the movie comes out. Where you're in an X-wing, and from the impressions of that people said, boners everywhere. It's crazy.
All of them.
Yeah, I coffee tomorrow. I have canceled all of my work tomorrow. I've rescheduled everything because tomorrow is a day I've been waiting. Watch me just throw up.
He just goes, bleh.
Yeah. Can't wait. I'm going to set everything up. I'm not going to put the headset on until everyone's there. I can't wait. I can't wait to play the multiplayer games. Is there any game that you're very excited to try?
Res? Very
Res?
much. Yes. Also, obviously, Batman.
Arkham. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Those are my top two at the moment.
The one game I'm not too excited about is Eve Valkyrie. I hear it's a cool game, but I personally feel the core game itself. I don't know though. There will be a demo on a demo disc, but I feel like the core. That's one thing I'm gonna have to separate. I would only want to get games that either speak to me or the core game is so solid that I would like to play that on a 2D screen anyway. Eve Valkyrie, I'm not entirely sure. I know that's been out for the Rift and the Vive for a long time, for what I understand. But I am not entirely sure if the core game is something I would want to go back to over and over again. So that's why I'm going to take a wait-and-see approach with that.
On the horizon are you most looking forward to?
Resident Evil 7.
Okay.
And the cool thing about Resident Evil 7 is you don't have to, you could, but you don't have to play everything VR. They're not asking you to choose between two different versions. It's just the one game. I like that idea. The Horizon, there's Crytek is making a game called Robinson the Journey that involves dinosaurs and time travel, from what I understand, which is really cool. Looks amazing. And yeah, that's the other thing for the record. A lot of people, and this is proper expectations, but I've always had these expectations that the graphics. This has nothing to do with PS4, by the way, or not mainly, but VR games in general tend to have lower than normal graphics as opposed to the current modern game counterparts, because of the requirements to render two images. In the case of PSVR, sometimes three images to the TV if it's something different. So that's something that I'm already prepared for. What I imagine this is equivalent to is the graphical fidelity difference between the 3DS and the Vita, right? So I played obviously we both played the 3DS a lot. I know what to expect when it comes to that. So I'm okay with that. Let's see, there's Robinson, The Journey, Farpoint, not entirely sure on yet. Oh man, Psychonauts, the Rhombus of Ruin, I really want to play. There was there was something I forgot. There's a couple games coming out, I think tomorrow, that I think are more Jepi games. There's one called The Assembly and one called something Human. Is it Becoming Human? I forgot. Loading Human? I forgot. But they're more, I guess, games that I would like. Werewolves Within, we talked about that, right? That's coming out December. Yeah. Star Trek, the Bridge Crew, whatever, that's coming out in December.
Yeah.
Coming with the new Call of Duty is a VR mission.
I just hope they have more full-fledged things than just like these little missions that they seem to add on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think it's smart in the beginning to get their feet wet to see how it is.
Makes sense.
I am all for, and the thing is, what I like about, which is surprising with Activision, but also with the Tomb Raider, they're not, and then also with EA with Battlefront, they're not asking for more money. They're just saying, if you have a PSVR, this is it. Here you go. I would love for I like the idea of doing that where, for example, how cool would it be in Overwatch if they allowed you to be able to not necessarily play, but walk through the different stages in VR or see in a museum the different gear or skins or story elements, like Doomfist's fist in VR. That would be cool. Or I see Overwatch. I think would translate really well because I don't think that game is graphically intense. Where I think it would be perfect. I was hoping Bioshock's museum mode would be in VR. But yeah,
Jeff,
I'm okay with
could you do me a favor
sure.
for tomorrow? I know this sounds stupid, and I know you probably don't care, but there's a demo of the Hatsune Miku VR Future Life that's coming out tomorrow. So it's basically...
I know you're a big fan. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So if I could see what it looks like.
Isn't that Project Diva X? Is that what it is?
Uh,
From what I understand, this is a game that is normally 2D, and they added VR support. I don't think it's a separate VR.
There's
game.
no. It says check out a trial version of Hatsune Miku VR.
Well, I'll
Future
definitely
Live.
download it. Yeah, we could definitely. You could definitely try it. I'm
It
looking
has
forward.
a single song to try. So
Yeah, no problem. I am really looking forward to Danganronpa. I hope they bring that to the States. Apparently, look, I heard this on a video today. Apparently, in Japan, that Danganronpa class trial, VR class trial, is a free PlayStation Plus game in Japan.
oh wow.
Yeah. So I hope they bring that here. And I hope they bring the Ghost in the Shell stuff. I really want to try that reality diver thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't mind if it's a bunch of these little things. I don't mind if they're big games like Resident Evil 7. But I hope they slowly do this where they're just not all all in. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of there are things that I'm forgetting that I can't wait to try. But who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Yeah. It's tomorrow, man. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Again, expect a lot of videos. It's going to be crazy. It's like Christmas. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But no matter what, man, I'm going to make sure you play all the Arkham and whatever you can.
I can't wait.
I haven't read anything on it, but I just really want there to be a one-on-one with Joker. That's what I want. I want
That'd be
to
amazing.
experience
Like
him
in your face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing. Yes.
Have you beat Arkham Knight yet?
No.
Okay. Well, okay, I'm not gonna. Well, no, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna wait to say something until you beat it. Yeah, because I don't want to give you any hints or anything. But yeah, I wouldn't. Now I'm thinking of like Catwoman in my face, Harley Quinn in my face, and both the Two-Faces faces in my face.
face in the face.
Yeah.
Face. Yes.
Yeah. So that's tomorrow. I won't be able to sleep tonight. I'm going
to bed right now. Actually, since we're done with this.
I wish I could,
Like,
but I just drank
straight
coffee,
up.
so that's a no. Anyways, anything? I didn't. Frozen, for those who don't know, Giggles. Who cares about Giggles? But Frozen, something came up last minute. He wasn't able to make it, so I can't think of a question of the week. Can you think of anything?
No. I just want to... I just... Sleep time.
Okay. All right, everybody. That was our PSVR-centric episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you were not too interested in VR, then on behalf of myself, at least, I apologize.
I'm sorry.
Really else to talk about.
I'm not sorry.
But if you haven't already, please check out our YouTube channel. We used to post a lot of videos, but then we started to pinpoint what kind of videos would be really worth watching instead of just doing Let's Plays and stuff like that. However, we will do Let's Plays, like I said, for some of the VR games. Check out our podcast. You're listening to the podcast. Never mind. Frozen's so much better at doing this than I am. You can check us out on this, so never mind. Anyway, everybody, I'll see you guys on the other side. And Coffee, I'm going to see you tomorrow.
I'm going to see you tomorrow.
Right. Peace.
Later.